Welcome back, this is Luca, and today we're going to talk about backpacks. More specifically, the PGYTECH Ultralight series. As you can see, I have two of these. This lineup is made of three. It's 40 liters that you see here, there's a 30 liters, and there's a 20 liters. Now, the 40 and the 30 are the same backpack with a little bit small dimensions on the 30 liters, while the 20 liters backpack is a smaller, stripped down version of the bigger brothers. Now, full disclaimer, PGYTECH sent me these backpacks to test and review, and I get to keep them, but they are not seeing what I'm telling you before you do, and I'm not getting paid to talk to you about these backpacks. I genuinely feel that this series of backpack is really, really good. There's only a few shortcomings. We're going to talk about those. But in general, for outdoors activity, I feel like these backpacks are gonna do the trick for the vast majority of you. Let's just put the 20 liter aside for a second. I'm gonna focus on the 40 liters version first, and then I'm gonna talk to you about the 20 liters and what is different from the 40 liters. The main characteristics of this backpack is this roll top that you see over here. It gives you the flexibility of staying smaller if you don't need it, and it's super easy to lock it and deploy it. But then if you need more room, you have this over here, and you can put a lot of stuff on the inside of this backpack. Not only that, you also have a front pocket over here that you can use or not use depending on what you need, which gives you additional room. It gets you to the bottom of this. You can put, I usually put jackets, stuff that I may not need, and it doesn't need to be super deep in the backpack. I really like what they come up with. You can lock this in place with these buckles on the side of the backpack. You have two of these, and it's all super easy to do, super easy to deploy, and it gets you a lot of room on the inside. You also have two pockets on the left and the right. You can use it for your tripod, water bottles. This backpack don't have a water bladder compartment, so you need to use water bottles. Whether that is a downside, it only depends on you. I prefer the bladders, but honestly, it's fine with this as well. I don't mind. You also have these stretchy cords over here. You can use them. Those are going to help keeping everything in place. You have this on both sides, but on one of the sides you have a lateral opening that you can use to get to the camera gear that you have in this backpack. You also have a pocket over here where you can see the batteries. You get the usual PGYTECH signature battery compartment where you have the red and the green tab to indicate which battery is fully charged, and which battery is dead. And when it comes to the back of the backpack, the one thing that I like a lot is that despite this backpack having a back opening, this mesh over here allows you to have the back of the backpack a little bit more breathable. Also, this bottom part over here has got this cushion that you see, and it's very comfortable to wear. And you get these belts, these waist belts. We're gonna talk about those in a second. The shoulder straps are very comfortable, and you have this pocket over here that it's stretchy. It definitely fits my phone with no problem. You can put in there everything that you want. You also have on the other side these two loops, if you want, that works perfectly for the PGYTECH bill clip. I absolutely love this one. I have the version 1. I have two of those because for me those are mandatory to put in every backpack. The fact that they thought about it and it doesn't push. Sometimes with backpacks that are not made for this, they push against your muscle over here. With this one, is super comfortable, and you have three positions for the shoulder strap. Depending on your torso size, you can adjust them to make them the most comfortable for you. Once you wear the backpack, even if it's full, it's very comfortable. Right now it's empty, so I'm gonna be moving it very easily, but it's very comfortable. You have these waist straps that you see over here. They are very lightweight, and we're gonna talk about the weight of the backpack, and you also have this over here to just make sure that these don't go anywhere. And if you look at me with this, it's perfect for my size. The 40 liter version fits my size. I'm 6 feet 2. Fits my size perfectly. I don't have anything to complain about the size. You can then secure your waist straps like this, and you can go everywhere you want. Now, these waist straps you see over here, they're not the most padded. Even other backpacks have more padded waist straps, and also you don't have any compartment where you can put stuff. Maybe this is one of the downside of this backpack. On the field, however, I have never had any issue. It feels super comfortable. It holds the weight very easily. Once you set it up for your size, you see my belly over here in full display. They are okay even for my belly. So even if you're a larger person, you shouldn't have any issue with this waist belts. In general, the backpack feels super nice on your shoulders. It may fit a lot of stuff, and I'll get to that in a second, and you're not gonna feel the weight that much. Speaking of what this backpack is capable of fitting, you have an internal camera unit. Let me show you that you can access from the side, but mainly from the back of the backpack, which holds a computer, a laptop over here, and holds a lot of stuff in this compartment. This is empty right now. You're seeing on the screen, starting now, all I can fit two bodies, two full frame bodies, and I believe 5 lenses I could fit in there. Even some of those were very big lenses. You're seeing them on the screen right now. So you can fit a lot of stuff. What you cannot fit, a lens like the 200 to 600, it won't fit. It's a little bit too tall for the camera unit on the inside. That sucks. However, when I'm going hiking, I usually don't bring a lens like this. So it may be an issue for you, but not many people have a lens like that. And for everything else, this one is more than enough. The flexibility that you get with this is that if you need more room for non-photography stuff, the camera unit of the backpack that you see over here can fold in basically half the size, leaving you a lot more room for non-photographic stuff. You're seeing it on the screen the way I have it on the 20 liters, but this can do basically the same. With the backpack, you also get these loops over here that you can use to attach external stuff to the backpack. You see these little loops over here on the bottom of the backpack. You can use them to put something like your tent or your tripod or whatever it is on the bottom of the backpack to add even more stuff. And one thing I forgot, the 40 liters and the 30 liters have at the bottom of the backpack, they have the rain cover, something you don't have on the 20 liter. We're going to get to the 20 liter in a second. And also you have a top pocket over here where you can put your wallet, passports, whatever. It's a smaller pocket. It's not that easy for anyone from that it's not you to access it and take stuff from there. So very well designed backpack. And the name Ultralight means exactly what it says. This backpack weighs nothing. You're seeing the 40 liters weight on the screen right now. It's basically nothing. It's really like you're only carrying your gear. You're not carrying a backpack with the gear on the inside. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Now, let me put this bad boy to the ground for a second, and let me bring the 20 liters version out. It shares the same principles. You have the roll top, which you can access from the top, and you can expand depending on what it is that you need. You have the same front pocket over here where you can access, I'm not going to open it again, you can access and put stuff on the front Over here, you have the two side pockets as well, where you can put your water bottles. You have the side access. You have everything that the 40 liters and the 30 liters version give you, with the exception of you don't have the waist straps. Those are gone. You don't have anything like that. The back of the backpack is a little bit different. It's still very good and it's very comfortable, but it's got a little bit of a different shape to it. You don't have the rain cover is not included, and you don't have a pocket down here for the rain cover. And of course, the sides is smaller. It's a 20-liter backpack, but you can fit a lot of stuff on the inside. The way I have it set up for me is that I use this as my super lightweight setup when I'm going out for a daily hike. You see, I always have my filters and one camera with one lens, typically the Sony A7 IV with the 22-200 from Sigma. That is my go-to one camera, one lens setup when I'm going hiking, and I have it folded in half. This one, very much like the 40 liters, you can make it double the size, so make it this basically the similar size as the one that you have on the 40 liters. But for the way I use it, I prefer to have half the size because I only need one camera and one lens and a set of filters. I don't need anything any more than that, and I prefer to have more room for other stuff. Food, clothing, again, we went through that list easily. With this one, you don't have a way to set your shoulder straps. You cannot move them, so it is what it is. When it comes to the size, the one thing you must see is, again, I'm a 6'2" individual, so I'm a relatively big guy. This backpack seems small on my back, but for a small travel, for a daily hike, this is super, super, super clutch. It's very, very, very good, very comfortable. Even if when it's full, you don't feel the weight that much. And even the fact that you don't have the waist straps, for some it may be a bummer, and I would have preferred to have them if I'm being completely honest, but they're not at all a deal breaker for me. The layout is the same. You have your loops here where you can put your beetle clip. You have the stretchy pocket here where you can put your phone. The shoulder strap are the same quality as the 40 liters. So you leave something on the table because you don't have the full set of things that you have on the 40 liters, but you're not leaving back that much. The build quality is really, really, really high. The material seems very, very well done. I put it already to the test because I'm not very careful with my backers. I throw them around if I need them to stay on rocks that may damage them. I'm going to use them. I'm not overly concerned with damaging my backpacks, and these have survived to everything that I've thrown at them. Of course, they're relatively new, so we're gonna see how they stack up in the long term. But the impression is really good. All the zippers are YKK zippers, if I'm not wrong, and they're weather resistant. The material here is weather repellent. There's nothing to be worried about when it comes to water entering your backpack. I really, really like the design of these. When it comes to the size, as I mentioned, you have the 40, the 20, and the 30, which is an in-between solution. For me, 40 and 20 are a perfect combination because I don't always need a backpack this size. I often need a backpack that is smaller, but I also want to have the flexibility of having a bigger backpack for when I need to carry more stuff. If you want to have just one backpack with all the features of this, but you don't need a 40 liters version, the 30 liter is going to fit you perfectly because you get the same backpack, just a little bit smaller. While with this one, you're leaving a little bit behind, not too much. With the 30 liters, you're not leaving anything behind. They all come in different colors. You've seen them on the screen. I loved these backpacks, and it's not because I received those for free and I get to keep them. It's just because I like what I got with these backpacks and they fit perfectly my need. I strongly recommend you having a look at it. If you're looking for an adventure hiking backpacks that it's made for photographers, these are really, really, really good. I am a sucker for backpacks. I have 6, 7 backpacks at home, so I'm probably biased toward backpacks, but I'm really happy. I think you can tell by the whole tone of this review. If you have any question, let me know in the comments below. I'll try to answer to all of those. If there's a discount, I'm gonna put everything in the description below. Go check it. And that is it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.